The difference between the 5% of traders who consistently make money and the 95% who don't have absolutely nothing to do with market analysis, technical indicators, or even having the perfect trading strategy. Mark Douglas opens his groundbreaking book with this mind-bending truth. Trading is probably the only endeavor you can engage in where you have to think about losing in order to be successful. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most revolutionary trading psychology books ever written. A book that's transformed millions of traders worldwide by revealing the hidden mental game that separates winners from losers in the financial markets. Before we unlock the life lessons from Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas, let's talk about the man behind the wisdom. Mark Douglas wasn't your typical Wall Street guru spouting theories from an ivory tower. Douglas started his trading journey in the late 1970s, and like most of us, he learned the hard way. He lost money, lots of it. He experienced the emotional roller coaster that destroys most trading careers. The euphoria of big wins followed by devastating losses that wiped out months of profits in minutes. But here's where Douglas was different. Instead of giving up or blaming the markets, he became obsessed with understanding why intelligent, well-educated people could repeatedly sabotage themselves in the markets. He spent over a decade studying trading psychology, working with hundreds of traders, and developing the principles that would eventually become this masterpiece. By the time Trading in the Zone was published in 2000, Douglas had already established himself as the premier trading psychology coach. His seminars commanded thousands of dollars, and legendary traders sought his guidance. The book's global impact has been phenomenal. Translated into over 15 languages, it's sold millions of copies worldwide and is considered required reading at major trading firms. What makes this book so powerful? Douglas doesn't just tell you what to think. He shows you how to think like a consistently profitable trader. Let me break down the transformative journey Douglas takes us on through 5 crucial phases that mirror every trader's evolution from amateur to professional. Phase 1. The fundamental illusion. Douglas starts by destroying our most cherished illusion, that more analysis equals more profits. He reveals how most traders fall into what he calls the fundamental analysis trap. Picture this. You just discovered a foolproof trading system. You backtest it, optimize it, and convince yourself you've found the Holy Grail. Then you start trading real money, and everything falls apart. Sound familiar? Douglas explains that this happens because we're trying to impose certainty on an inherently uncertain environment. The market doesn't care about your analysis. It doesn't care about your needs, your mortgage payment, or your ego. The market is an endless stream of opportunities to enter and exit trades. This is the first major mindset shift, understanding that each trade is simply one in an endless series of opportunities. Phase 2, the probability mindset. Here's where Douglas introduces the game-changing concept that separates professionals from amateurs, thinking in probabilities instead of predictions. Imagine you're flipping a coin that lands heads 60% of the time. You wouldn't bet your house on the next flip being heads, would you? Yet traders do this equivalent every single day, risking everything on individual trades instead of thinking about their edge over a series of trades. Douglas reveals that professional traders don't predict the future. They simply execute their edge over and over again, knowing that while they can't predict individual outcomes, the probabilities will work in their favor over time. This shift from "I need to be right" to "I need to execute my edge consistently" is profound. It removes the emotional attachment to individual trades and allows you to trade with the calm detachment of a casino owner. Phase 3. The 4 trading fears. Douglas identifies the 4 core fears that sabotage every trader. 1. Fear of being wrong. This fear keeps traders from pulling the trigger on good setups. 2. Fear of losing money. This creates hesitation and poor risk management. 3. Fear of missing out. This leads to chasing trades and FOMO decisions. 4. Fear of leaving money on the table. This prevents traders from taking profits. But here's the breakthrough insight. These fears are completely unnecessary when you truly accept uncertainty and think in probabilities. Douglas shows us that fear comes from expecting something specific to happen, but when you genuinely accept that anything can happen, fear dissolves. Phase 4. The beliefs that create success. This is where trading in the zone gets deeply psychological. Douglas reveals that our beliefs about the market create our reality in the market. He introduces the 5 fundamental beliefs of successful traders. 1. Anything can happen. 2. I don't need to know what's going to happen next to make money. 3. There's a random distribution between wins and losses for any given set of variables. 4. An edge is nothing more than an indication of a higher probability of one outcome over another. 5. Every moment in the market is unique. These aren't just nice-sounding mantras. They're the mental framework that allows elite traders to execute flawlessly under pressure. When these beliefs become truly internalized, trading transforms from an emotional battlefield into a calm, mechanical process. Phase 5. The zone. Mechanical trading. The final phase is achieving what Douglas calls the zone, a state of mind where you trade mechanically without internal conflict or resistance. In the zone, there's no difference between defining, recognizing, and acting on opportunity. You see your setup, you take the trade, you manage it according to your rules, and you move on to the next opportunity. The best traders have evolved beyond the point where they need to prove anything. This is trading without ego, without attachment, without the need to be right. It's pure execution based on your statistical edge. The life lessons from Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas extend far beyond the trading world. Let me share the most powerful insights that can transform any area of your life. Lesson 1. Embrace uncertainty. Douglas teaches us that trying to eliminate uncertainty is futile and counterproductive. Instead, we should embrace uncertainty as the natural state of life. This applies whether you're starting a business, pursuing a relationship, or making any important decision. When you stop needing to know exactly what will happen, you free yourself to take action based on probabilities and opportunities rather than guarantees. Lesson 2. Detach from outcomes. One of the most profound insights is learning to detach from specific outcomes. This doesn't mean not caring. It means caring about your process more than any single result. Whether you're an artist creating, an entrepreneur building, or an athlete competing, attachment to specific outcomes creates pressure and interference. Focus on executing your best process and let the results take care of themselves. Lesson 3. Your beliefs create your reality. Douglas shows how our beliefs act as filters that determine what we see and how we interpret experiences. If you believe you're unlucky, you'll find evidence everywhere. If you believe opportunities are abundant, you'll discover them constantly. This insight is revolutionary for personal development. By consciously choosing empowering beliefs, you literally reshape your experience of reality. Lesson 4. Mechanical excellence over emotional reactions. The zone isn't just for traders. It's the state where all peak performers operate. Whether you're giving a presentation, having a difficult conversation, or pursuing any goal, mechanical execution based on proven principles beats emotional decision-making every time. Develop your systems, trust your process, and execute mechanically rather than emotionally. Now let's talk honestly about trading in the zone, both its brilliance and its limitations. Revolutionary psychology focus. While most trading books focus on strategies and techniques, Douglas addresses the 95% of trading that happens between your ears. This psychological approach was groundbreaking and remains unmatched. Practical application. These aren't abstract concepts. Douglas provides specific exercises and mental frameworks you can immediately implement. The 5 fundamental truths alone have saved thousands of trading careers. Universal principles. The concepts transcend trading. I've personally applied these insights to business decisions, relationships, and life goals with remarkable results. Implementation challenge. Understanding these concepts intellectually is vastly different from internalizing them emotionally. Douglas acknowledges this, but doesn't provide enough guidance for the emotional reprogramming process. Advanced audience. If you're a complete trading beginner, some concepts might feel abstract. You need some market experience to fully appreciate the depth of these insights. Dated examples. Published in 2000, some technological references feel outdated, though the core psychology remains timeless. Despite being over 2 decades old, this book remains the gold standard for trading psychology because human nature doesn't change. The fears, biases, and mental traps Douglas identifies are hardwired into our survival mechanisms. Markets evolve, technology advances, but the mental game remains constant. That's why inspirational books like this maintain their relevance across generations. As we wrap up this deep dive into Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas, here's the most important takeaway. Whether you trade financial markets or navigate the markets of life, your mindset is your ultimate edge. Douglas doesn't just teach us how to trade, he teaches us how to think, how to operate from a place of calm confidence rather than fear and uncertainty, how to trust our process when outcomes are unknown. These life lessons from Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas apply to every challenge you face. Starting a business? Think in probabilities, not guarantees. Pursuing a relationship? Detach from specific outcomes and focus on being your authentic self. Building a career? Trust your process and execute mechanically rather than emotionally. If this book's summary channel has given you valuable insights today, I want to hear about it. Drop a comment below sharing which concept hit you the hardest. Was it the probability mindset, the 4 trading fears, or maybe the idea that your beliefs create your reality? And if you're ready to discover more life-changing wisdom from the world's most powerful books, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We're building a community of growth-minded individuals who believe that the right book at the right time can change everything. Until then, remember, the Zone isn't just a destination for elite traders. It's available to anyone willing to think differently about uncertainty, probability, and the power of mechanical excellence.